Hello, Rebel, and welcome back to my life. I would really love it if we could just stop spreading COVID. Please? I was doing so good. I was doing so well. I was making a video. I was posting it every Friday. It was fantastic. Okay, all right. So I need to preface this video a little bit, ever so slightly, with the statement that it is not any one individual's responsibility that there is a panini. The pandemic has continued and gotten worse and just gone through all kinds of hell because of deep structural failures, governmental failures. Society in general has not done super well with COVID. It's never somebody's fault that they got sick, except in rare cases where, somebody intentionally, kids, when I was growing up, our parents used to have chicken pox parties where we would try to get all of the kids to get chicken pox instead of just vaccinating them. In that case, there's some individual responsibility, and I'm not saying that nobody's done that in COVID, but in general, the whole pandemic is not any individual's fault, and it's not your fault if you get sick. Me personally, I've been pretty good. I feel like I haven't been maybe as stringent as some people, but I do, my life is so much more restricted and so much more contained than it was pre-pandemic. And has been for years. I still see friends, but I really just see the same small circle of friends, all of whom are responsible, who test themselves at the slightest sign of any illness, and if anybody tests positive, we all isolate and we all test and everything like that. There are two major times that I have broken that I have decided that I am going to do something in a big, sort of group setting, knowing the risk and deciding to accept the risk. December of last year, my best lifelong friend got married, and I was just like, I'm not going to his wedding. I was in his wedding, and there was no way that I was not going to go to that wedding. It just wasn't going to happen. And then a few weeks ago, right after I posted my last video, a few weeks ago, I went to the funeral of a friend. She was a friend who lives here locally, and it was her celebration of life. And again, I didn't see how I could not go to that thing. And both times, a whole bunch of people at the events got COVID. Because somebody, I guess, showed up with COVID and was not, at all safe about it whatsoever. Both times I actively remember being at the event and noticing that someone there looked ill. Actually looked and was acting and behaving ill. Heavy coughing, sneezing, just sort of, pale and sweaty and everything like that. And in the back of my mind, I was like, oh boy. And then it turns out that yes, they were ill. And after the event, so were many other people. Again, the pandemic as a whole is not any individual's responsibility. If you get sick, despite taking precautions, it is not your fault. I'm not looking to put blame or anything like that. Blame is a completely useless thing. There is no point or purpose to blame. I've talked about this in videos before. Blame is incredibly distinct from taking responsibility and doing things to prevent things. Forward thinking is not blame. That being said, being sick in this day and age and going and hanging out with people anyway without even checking to see if you have COVID is just a dick move. And again, in that responsibility viewpoint, looking forward, we all, including me, can do things to stop spreading disease. And I don't feel like it should be that hard to convince people that this is a good idea. I kind of assume that if you are watching this video, you are somebody who watches a lot of my videos and has known me for a while. To those people, unless you're a hate watcher, because I know you're out there, I don't think that I have to tell you in particular to be responsible and to check yourself and test yourself if you feel ill, not to go around people, to stop spreading this. If you've been around for a while, if you're one of my rebels, you probably already know that. So I guess my message to you is just continue to spread that message. Remind people. We probably don't hear it often enough. Just, remind people that there is a pandemic and that they shouldn't go places and see people if they're sick. I guess we need to keep reminding people. I am better. Recovery was a lot easier for me this time than the first time. The first time I got it, boo, I got run over by a train. This time, a lot easier, a lot more gentle, but it did throw so many things off timeline-wise that for the whole month of July, I just couldn't make videos or write or do anything because I was catching up on real life stuff and family stuff, and July was a mess. It was not a good month. It was a bad month. I hope that you had a better one. I am back. I'm planning on making videos again every Friday. Things seem to be leveling out a little bit, so I'm going to take care of myself. I hope that you take care of yourself. Do what you can to remind other people to take care of themselves. And maybe one day, we will look back at a pandemic that was and is no longer. That's all I've got for the video for you today, Rebel. However, I wanted to let you know that, at the advice of a good friend of mine, I'm doing TikTok now. We brainstormed some ideas. I had some that I actually really liked. I didn't think I was ever going to do a TikTok. And then I came up, all it takes is coming up with an idea for like 3 or 4 different videos that I got really excited about. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. So I'm over there. I'm at Garrett Author. There's a link in the description. Also, I'm just also reposting those videos here on YouTube as YouTube Shorts. So like if you're one of those people who never got into TikTok and doesn't ever want to, don't worry. Just watch them here on YouTube. I understand completely. But if you, as I'm convinced the kids say these days, tick the talk, at Garrett Author. I'd love to see you over there. It's a lot of fun, actually. I like TikTok personally. Me personally, I like TikTok, so I'm happy to be there. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Friday, provided I don't get COVID again. Bye!